we already knows. Now let's try to test the result. Simply type the default gateway as I mentioned before to the browser and then log in with the result of the Hydra. Okay, like that, and log in. Okay, done. Now I know that this restaurant is using Linksys wireless router, and after logging in, you could actually do anything as an admin privilege. Okay, the first countermeasure of these threats, first of all, is the disable of SSID broadcast. But first of all, as I mentioned before, we have to know the default gateway of the routers, because from now on I'm using the different wireless router, which is mine, so that I'm doing this with legal purposes. And just type the default gateway on the browser and then log in as administrator privilege. And there are so many options on the left sides of the page, and there we might see broadcast SSID, and just simply uncheck that. Means that the router should not broadcast the SSID. But in this case, I have already logged in as an admin privilege, so even though the SSID is not broadcasted, I still could simply connect to the network. There, still connected. But for others, it might not be able to see it. Okay. In this case, this router is actually using WEP encryptions, I believe, there, which actually less secure compared to the WPA. The difference of the WPA and WPA2 is actually the length of the password. So in this case, I'm going to use the WPA2 and then using long passwords. It's actually more secure. Okay, every chipset or driver of the wireless is actually having a MAC address, which is actually the uniqueness of each device. So in this case, we might be able to using the MAC address filtering, which is could limit the number of computers that could log it into this wireless router. But first of all, we have to know our MAC address, but it's simply type ipconfig/all. There we might see lots of informations, and make sure again you choose the correct MAC address by reading your wireless. And then this is the physical address, which is the MAC address, and you could simply copy this information, or you just can't remember it, paste it to your router settings. But remember, do not use dash, use colon, because it's the default syntax. So I'm gonna change all the dash here into colon, and then add it to the list. Okay, this might take a few minutes. Okay, there is my MAC address, and I will only allow this MAC address to log in. So we might wait for a while, and the network might blinking, I guess. Means that there's some sort of setting change. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that instead of my PC, there's no other PC could log in, and I'm gonna test it there. I'm still connected to the internet. Okay, the last techniques, which is very simple. Just simply plug off your wireless router when you don't need it, and this one might be the most effective one.